draw with Argentina to advance the next round. But before I get ahead of myself, let me bring Mark in to the conversation. Mark, good morning. Thank you for sticking around. Mark, we're certainly in for another interesting night tonight.
Every night so far has been really great, so definitely I don't expect tonight to be any different.
And look, talking about which match stands out for you tonight?
Well, obviously there's African interest again tonight with Nigeria coming up against Argentina, so we'll be keeping a keen eye on that one. And then for me, France is a team I want to see tonight again.
Okay, cool. Let's take a closer look at the current standings, starting with Group E. All right, now let's see, it's going to come up just now, and there we go, Group E. Can you take us through this?
France have come into this tournament and they've really shown that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think for me, and in my opinion, they've been the most complete team in the tournament thus far. And so they've done really well in their opening two games. The great thing about this group is that nobody in this group is dead yet. France are the only team that have obviously qualified for the next round, but all three teams, even Honduras, even though they've got 0 points from the opening two games, they're not completely out of it. Honduras can still qualify if results go their way. Honduras would be looking for France to beat Ecuador, and they in turn would have to beat Switzerland. So everyone in this group is still alive, and that's what's going to make this group really interesting.
All right, cool. That's very interesting. And let's just have a look, see what Group F looks like, because let's see if we've got exactly the same picture as we had previously when we had like A and B looking quite similar.
In this group, obviously, Argentina came in as firm favorites, and they've gotten 2 wins. They haven't been entirely convincing, but they've managed to get their results. Nigeria come in very strong in this group. They play Argentina. They need just a draw from this game, and that will secure their passage. Iran still have a chance of qualifying. Bosnia obviously are out of it. They have 0 points. They can't even catch Nigeria, so they're completely out of it. But they are debutants, and they're not going to want to go home with the wooden spoon. They're going to try and get a win, obviously, over Iran in this game, I think, to not finish bottom in this group. So there's still quite a bit to play for, even for Bosnia. So this group is also, I think, we're in for some really interesting games tonight, intense games.
Mark, surely Nigeria would have seen exactly what happened to Ivory Coast last night, because they're in the same position. All they need is a draw from their match, and they definitely wouldn't want to go down the same road that Ivory Coast did.
Exactly. They would have kept a keen eye on that. They know what's needed from them, and they've seen what's happened to Ivory Coast. They didn't take their chances. They had it in their hands, but they let it slip. And Nigeria definitely won't be wanting the same thing to happen to them. They have to come into this game and make sure that they at least get a draw out of Argentina. And they can do it. So far, they haven't conceded a goal, which is exactly what they're going to need to do tonight. They're going to need to make sure that they don't allow anything in, and that will guarantee their passage. They'll be the first African team into the second round for this tournament.
With that said, Argentina have got this Messi effect.
Yeah, obviously that's the guy they're going to have to keep quiet. Messi, all the weight is on his shoulders to carry Argentina in this tournament. So they're going to have to keep a close eye on him. Argentina have not been entirely convincing in this tournament thus far. Their opening 2 games, they've struggled, they've labored to their victories. They have won, but that will give Nigeria hope that they can at least contain Argentina, at least get the draw, and maybe even sneak a win. Who knows?
Mark, okay, being a footballer yourself, I suppose this question I think is quite apt. You are on the Nigerian side. You've got this match to play. All you need to do is get a draw. You're playing Argentina. They've been unconvincing. But there's a guy called Lionel Messi who you know is going to go left. You know. What do?
They have to double team Messi. That's purely it. People who've had teams in the past, whether it's at Barcelona or in Argentina, to have success, you always need cover. That's all you need with Messi. When anybody goes to close him down, there should be cover. There must be a second man, not necessarily 2 people tackling him at the same time. There just should always be cover. So that if he beats the first guy, the second guy is there to cover. And then in turn, it gives the first guy enough time to recover and get back into position or whatever the case may be. But there must always be cover for Messi. When Messi gets on the ball, someone closes him down, someone else just backs up. And that's all you need to do. It's easier said than done, but in theory, that's essentially what Nigeria will be looking to do.
Yeah, because Iran's men did it very well for almost 90 minutes.
Exactly, they got it right for the better part of the game, and that's the thing about Messi. If you let it slip just once, he'll punish you. And that's why, unlike Nigeria can't make the tactical mistakes that Ivory Coast made. They made elementary mistakes where, in key moments, like you said, in the game, you need to be tight and you need to be secure at least, I mean, when you're getting to the 90th minute, there's no need for your right back, your left back to be marauding up the field. Then they need to just hold the fort and make sure they secure the result. And that's what Ivory Coast didn't do last night, and what Nigeria will have to do coming into this game tonight.
Okay, Mark, we hear you. And I think you all hear what Mark is saying, and we all know the same thing. Lionel Messi is taken to the field tomorrow. Nigeria is going to have to keep it very tight, keep it and double team the guy, and hopefully we get what we're all looking for. So let's take some tweets from you guys and see what you've got to say in terms of expectations of tonight, as well as predictions that you might have. Now, the very first tweet, it comes from Jeff, who says there are two types of people: normal people and those who think that Nigeria will beat Argentina. Interesting. Just totally apt for our current conversation. Then there's Tase, not sure. Nigeria versus Argentina, I want to see. Oh, it's going to be a humding of a match.
The thing is, people must understand, Nigeria don't need to beat Argentina. And Nigeria need to go into the game knowing that. They don't need to go out and try to beat them. They can hold the fort, and if they do get a chance to break away and get a goal by chance, that's a bonus. But they don't need to go into this game thinking, hey, we need to beat Argentina.
All right, let's see what Le Chantelier says. Now, Le Chantelier is actually looking for a win for Nigeria. So Nigeria will beat Argentina, just saying. Very hopeful man there. Dexter reckons Nigeria versus Argentina. Go Nigeria 4-0. Wow.
That he's being a bit ambitious over there. I don't think we'll see anything like that happening.
Wow. Alomo for Alomo. The only reason why I think Nigeria can beat Argentina is because of the strange things happening since the beginning of this tournament.
I mean, that's a fair comment, because we've seen so many upsets already in this tournament, and we wouldn't put it past Nigeria, but the previous one, about 4-0, I don't think that's
that will be quite a thing. Debanj Kokopikin says, support Nigeria today by 9 a.m. Super Eagles, no tension. We're supporting hard against Argentina. Look, the truth of the matter is we're all supporting hard for Argentina, for Nigeria, for Argentina to go down to Nigeria. We're hoping for a win, because we do believe that, going into matches looking for draws, sometimes it backfires. And but with that said,
Nigeria have to be as positive as possible, but common sense has to prevail.
Right.
And ultimately, if they just keep going up the field, they're going to leave themselves exposed at the back. And we know Argentina is known for their attacking prowess. That's where they've got some of the best strikers in world football.
Yeah.
So if they open up gaps at the back, they're going to get punished. So they need to make sure they secure that at the back, and then they'll see what they can do going forward. But first things first, come away with a goalless result. I mean, at least don't concede.
Okay, Mark, we hear you. All right, give us a prediction.
I think I would go with 0-0 in this one.
Okay, what we all hope for, something like that. All
Definitely.
right, now we now have a full roster of matches for this Saturday's round of 16 opener, right? Because they first start on Saturday. We've got 2 matches on the go, and then on Sunday we've got another 2 matches on the go. We have a fixture graphic ready for you to share. And yeah, as we've spoken yesterday at 6 p.m. in Belo Horizonte, Brazil, Chile, and then from last night's matches, Mark?
Yeah, we said we're looking at all the way to the quarterfinal. We're looking at a all South American affair. Obviously, Brazil and Chile is the first game on Saturday, and then Colombia, Uruguay again. Uruguay, obviously we knew Colombia being top of their group, they would probably come through, and we thought that Uruguay would overcome Italy, and it has happened. So obviously the winner of these 2 games will also meet in the quarterfinal. So all the way to the quarterfinal. So you guaranteed at least a South American in the semi-final, because one of these 4 teams will end up in the semi-final.
Phenomenal. That Brazil-Chile is going to be very interesting. In fact, both matches are quite interesting.
Definitely, Colombia have been very impressive. So Uruguay, obviously now they're sweating over whether Suarez will be available for them or not. And obviously that's up to FIFA to decide. For my money, he's probably going to get suspended. So that's obviously going to aid Colombia's cause. And Colombia, in recent times, they haven't qualified for a good while. And so, but they a formed team. They came into the tournament ranked number 5. So they're looking really good. I definitely see Colombia going a long way.
All right, and let's have a look at what happens on Sunday, the 29th of June. That will be matches 51 and 52. Netherlands, Mexico.
This is not one we want to see, because we were hoping Ivory Coast would feature here. Obviously, they've shot themselves in the foot, so to speak. Greece have made it through. Costa Rica qualifying top of Group D. Greece coming through second in Group C. So that's going to be an interesting clash. I think in this game, obviously, Costa Rica being the form team, they would probably fancy themselves. But this Netherlands-Mexico is also going to be a very interesting one on Sunday.
Phenomenal. Tonight is going to be another beautiful night of football. We're looking forward to it. And everybody, in fact, all the tweets that we took, I believe all the tweets that are going around Africa right now are all about Nigeria doing it against Argentina.
Nigeria, we're hoping they make us proud. Let's get one, at least secure one space in the last 16.
Please, yes, no, you hear us. Like, I hope that that everybody is going to tweet some more and like send some tweets through to the Nigerian team. Stephen Keshi and the boys, go, 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 and get it right. Now, on to other news. Rugby supporters in Portland.